Oops, I didn't click it fast enough. Hey, how you doing? How you doing this morning? Oh, good morning. I love having you here, Miss Karen. I cannot wait to hug your neck. Karen Dalton is the most vibrant woman I've ever met in my life. She has more energy and more pep in her step. I'm telling ya. My screen is fuzzy. It's probably just got fingerprints on it because my kid's been playing with is that better? My kid's been playing with my computer. She's taken on an interest for Canva. And so every day she's like, can I play with Canva? Can I play with Canva? She's made about 400 book covers and praying for you, Susan. I remember those days of shoulder PT. Sometimes it felt so good. I loved the way the PT lady, she would make me do all the exercises, but then she'd lay me on the table and stretch my shoulder back. It made me happy. After years of not being able to lift my arm, it felt so good. Cindy Wetzel, you're on your 6th mile. Woman, you're going to wear out your new shoes. That's amazing. I think I need foot surgery. I cannot walk here to the end of my road without limping. My foot is so bad. I've got the same issue with my left foot that I had with my right foot that I've had surgery on. It's miserable. Miserable. All right, my friends. July 12th, Psalm 119. There's names at the beginning. I think it's people's names. I don't know. It may mean something else, but okay. It says Aleph. Joyful are people of integrity who follow the instructions of the Lord. Joyful are those who obey his laws and search for him with all their hearts. They do not compromise with evil, and they walk only in his paths. You have charged us to keep your commandments carefully. Oh, that my actions would consistently reflect your decrees. Then I will not be ashamed. When I compare my life with your commands, as I learn your righteous regulations, I will thank you by living as I should. I will obey your decrees. Please don't give up on me. Beth, how can a young person stay pure? By obeying your word. I have tried hard to find you. Don't let me wander from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Oh, I praise you, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. I have recited aloud all the regulations you have given us. I have rejoiced in your laws as much as in riches. I will study your commandments. And reflect on your ways. I will delight in your decrees and not forget your word. Gimel. Be good to your servant, that I may live and obey your word. Open my eyes to see the wonderful truth in your instruction. I am only a foreigner in the land. Don't hide your commands from me. I am always overwhelmed with a desire for your regulations. You rebuke the arrogant. Those who wander from your commands are cursed. Don't let them scorn and insult me, for I have obeyed your laws. Even princes sit and speak against me, but I will meditate on your decrees. Your laws please me. They give me wise advice. Daleth, I live in the dust. Revive me by your word. I told you my plans, and you answered. Now teach me your decrees. Help me understand the meaning of your commandments, and I will meditate on your wonderful deeds. I weep with sorrow. Encourage me by your word. Keep me from lying to myself. Give me the privilege of knowing your instructions. I have chosen to be faithful. I have determined to live by your regulations. I cling to your laws. Lord, don't let me be put to shame. I will pursue your commands, for you expand my understanding. Teach me your decrees, O Lord. I will keep them to the end. Give me understanding, and I will obey your instructions. I will put them into practice with all my heart. Make me walk along the path of your commands, for that is where my happiness is found. Give me an eagerness for your laws rather than a love for money. Turn my eyes from worthless things and give me life through your word. Reassure me of your promise made to those who fear you. Help me abandon my shameful ways, for your regulations are good. I long to obey your commandments. Renew my life with your goodness. Wah. Lord, give me your unfailing love, the salvation that you promised me. Then I can answer those who taunt me, for I trust in your word. Do not snatch your word of truth from me, for your regulations are my only hope. I will keep on obeying your instructions forever and ever. I will walk in freedom, for I have devoted myself to your commandments. I will speak to your kings about your laws, and I will not be ashamed. How I delight in your commands, how I love them. I honor and love your commands. I meditate on your decrees. Zayin, remember your promise to me. It is my only hope. Your promise revives me. It comforts me in all my troubles. The proud hold me in utter contempt, but I do not turn away from your instructions. I meditate on your age old regulations, O Lord. They comfort me. I become furious with the wicked because they reject your instructions. Your decrees have been the theme of my song wherever I have lived. I reflect at night on who you are, O Lord. Therefore, I obey your instructions. This is how I spend my life, obeying your commandments. Heth. Lord, you are mine. I promise to obey your words. With all my heart, I want your blessings. Be merciful as you promised. I pondered the directions of my life and I turned to follow your laws. I will hurry without delay to obey your commands. Evil people try to drag me into sin, but I am firmly anchored to your instructions. I rise at midnight to thank you for your just regulations. I am a friend to anyone who fears you, anyone who obeys your commandments. O Lord, your unfailing love fills the earth. Teach me your decrees. Teth, you have done many good things for me. I think somebody said this is the alphabet last year, if I remember right. That these words are the Greek alphabet or something. Does anybody know these words at the beginning of each section? I believe in your commands. Now teach me good judgment and knowledge. I used to wander off until you disciplined me, but now I closely follow your word. You are good and do only good. Teach me your decrees. Arrogant people smear me with lies, but in truth I obey your commandments with all my heart. Their hearts are dull and stupid, but I delight in your instructions. My suffering was good for me, for it taught me to pay attention to your decrees. Your instructions are more valuable to me than millions in gold and silver. Yod. You made me cry, you created me. Now give me the sense to follow your commands. May all who fear you find in me cause for joy, for I have put my hope in your word. I know, O Lord, that your regulations are fair. You disciplined me because I needed it. Now let your unfailing love comfort me, just as you promised me, your servant. Surround me with your tender mercies so I may live. For your instructions are my delight. Bring disgrace upon the arrogant people who lied about me. Meanwhile, I will concentrate on your commandments. Let me be united with all who fear you, with those who know your laws. May I be blameless in keeping your decrees. Then I will never be ashamed. Calf, I am worn out waiting for your rescue, but I have put my hope in your word. My eyes are straining to see your promises come true. When will you comfort me? I am shriveled like a wineskin in the smoke, but I have not forgotten to obey your decrees. How long must I wait? When will you punish those who persecute me? These arrogant people who hate your instructions have dug deep pits to trap me. All your commands are trustworthy. Protect me from those who hunt me down without cause. They almost finished me off. But I refuse to abandon your commandments. In your unfailing love, spare my life. Then I can continue to obey your laws. Lamed. Your eternal word, O Lord, stands firm in heaven. Your faithfulness extends to every generation, as enduring as the earth you created. Your regulations remain true to this day. For everything serves your plans. Your instructions hadn't sustained me with joy. If your instructions hadn't sustained me with joy, I would have died in misery. I will never forget your commandments, for by them you give me life. I am yours. Rescue me, for I have worked hard at obeying your commandments. Though the wicked hide along the way to kill me, I will keep my mind on your laws. Even perfection has its limits, but your commands have no limit. Mem. Oh, how I love your instructions. I think about them all day long. Your commands make me wiser than my enemies, for they are my constant guide. Yes, I have more insight than my teachers, for I am always thinking of your laws. I am wiser than my elders, for I have kept your commandments. I have refused to walk on any evil path, so I have remained obedient to your word. I haven't turned away from your regulations, for you have taught me well. How sweet your words taste to me. They are sweeter than honey. Your commandments give me understanding. No wonder I hate every new false way of life. None. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. I've promised it once and I'll promise it again. I will obey your righteous regulations. If I have suffered much, O Lord, restore my life again as you promised. Lord, accept my offerings of praise and teach me your regulations. My life constantly hangs in the balance, but I will not stop obeying your instructions. The wicked have set their traps for me, but I will not turn from your commandments. Your laws are my treasure, they are my heart's delight. I am determined to keep your decrees to the very end. Samek. I hate those with divided loyalties, but I love your instructions. You are my refuge and my shield. Your word is my source of hope. Get out of my life, you evil minded people, for I intend to obey the commands of my God. Lord, sustain me as you promised, that I may live. Do not let my hope be crushed. Sustain me, and I will be rescued. Then I will meditate continually on your decrees. But you have rejected all who stray from your decrees. They are only fooling themselves. You skim off the wicked of the earth like scum. No wonder I love to obey your laws. I tremble in fear of you. I stand in awe of your regulations. Ayan, don't leave me to the mercy of my enemies, for I have done what is just and right. Please guarantee a blessing for me. Don't let the arrogant oppress me. My eyes strain to see your rescue, to see the truth of your promise fulfilled. I am your servant. Deal with me in unfailing love and teach me your decrees. Give discernment to me, your servant. Then I will understand your laws. Lord, it is time for you to act, for these evil people have violated your instructions. Truly, I love your commands more than gold, even the finest gold. Each of your commandments is right. That is why I hate every false way. Pay. I don't know. Your laws are wonderful. No wonder I obey them. The teachings of your word gives light, so even the simple can understand. I pant with expectation, longing for your commands. Come and show me your mercy, as you do for all who love your name. Guide my steps by your word, so I will not be overcome by evil. Ransom me from the oppression of evil people. Then I can obey your commandments. Look upon me with love. Teach me your decrees. Rivers of tears gush from my eyes because people disobey your instructions. I can't pronounce these words. O Lord, you are righteous, and your regulations are fair. Your laws are perfect and completely trustworthy. I am overwhelmed with indignation, for my enemies have disregarded your words. Your promises have been thoroughly tested. That is why I love them so much. I am insignificant and despised, but I don't forget your commandments. Your justice is eternal, and your instructions are perfectly true. As pressure and stress bears down on me, I find joy in your commands. Your laws are always right. Help me to understand them so I may live. Quoth. I pray with all my heart. Answer me, Lord. I will obey your decrees. I cry out to you. Rescue me, that I may obey your laws. I rise early before the sun is up. I cry out for help to put my hope in your words. I stay awake through the night, thinking about your promise. In your faithful love, O Lord, hear my cry. Let me be revived by following your regulations. Lawless people are coming to attack me. They live far from your instructions. But you are near, O Lord, and all your commands are true. I have known from my earliest days that your laws will last forever. Resh, look upon my suffering and rescue me, for I have not forgotten your instructions. Argue my case, take my side, protect my life as you promised. The wicked are far from rescue, for they do not bother with your decrees. Lord, how great is your mercy! Let me be revived by following your regulations. Many persecute and trouble me, yet I have not swerved from your laws. Seeing these traitors makes me sick at heart, because they care nothing for your word. See how I love your commandments, Lord, giving back my life because of your unfailing love. The very essence of your words is true. All your just regulations will stand forever. Shin. Forever people harass me without cause, but my heart trembles only at your word. I rejoice in your word, like one who discovers a great treasure. I hate and abhor all falsehood, but I love your instructions. I will praise you 7 times a day because all your regulations are just. Those who love your instructions have great peace and do not stumble. I long for your rescue, Lord, so I have obeyed your commands. I have obeyed your laws, for I love them very much. Yes, I obey your commandments and laws because you know everything I do. And Ta. O Lord, listen to my cry. Give me the discerning mind you promised. Listen to my prayer. Rescue me as you promised. Let praise flow from my lips, for you have taught me your decrees. Let my tongue sing about your word, for all your commands are right, giving me a helping hand, for I have chosen to follow your commandments. O Lord, I have longed for your rescue, and your instructions are my delight. Let me live so I can praise you, and may your regulations help me. I have wandered away like a lost sheep. Come and find me, for I have not forgotten your commands. All right. There is, Karen? How did I miss that? I need to go back. I missed that. This psalm is a Hebrew acrostic poem. There are 22 stanzas, one for each successive letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Each of the 8 verses within each stanza begins with the Hebrew letter named in its heading. Interesting. See, if I spoke Hebrew, I would know that. I need to go speak Hebrew. Why are we praying for Sarah Mast? I gotta go back. I got a call from my mother's rehab center. She's on her way to the hospital with another possible stroke. Oh, Sarah. Absolutely, we'll be praying. Oh. Okay. We are on page 129 of Breaking Free from Body Shame. There are so many layers of untruth here, but let's just hit the high points. God can't make my body right because he already did. He made it good the first time. My heart can only get as right as the heart of a saint, saved by grace in a fallen world. It will always have false motives and desires. God isn't in the business of rewarding spiritual righteousness with worldly success, and I'm not entitled to any such expectation. As my husband often reminds me, we don't invest in the spiritual to gain the physical. We might pray for physical blessing. We might ask for it. We might even work in the physical for physical blessings, such as working at our jobs for money. But God cannot be tricked. He will not be mocked. And I just don't think his great plan for my life includes me looking like a Christian Barbie doll, you know? I believe he wants good for me, has good for me, and does good on my behalf. I just think the good he has and wants is so much greater than achieving beauty standards of my culture. In case no one has ever told you, I'd like to pause and offer you the same encouragement. I believe God wants good for your body. I believe he wants healing and restoration for you. I believe he wants freedom and wants you to experience the wholeness he purchased for you on the cross of Christ. But I don't believe that means you'll look like you've always hoped to look. I don't believe restoration is defined by experiencing the bodies we idealize here on earth. Rather, I believe it's a far greater vision than that. These days, I do believe there is a connection between the rightness of my body and the posture of my heart, but not at all in the way you might expect. I no longer believe that if my heart is surrendered to God, God will reward me with the body I want. Today, I believe that when my heart is surrendered to God, with him on the throne and his kingdom at the cornerstone of my worldview, I am able to see just how right and good my body already is. It's like the prosperity gospel. I don't believe God blesses us. I think God blesses us with finances, but I don't believe that if our hearts are right with God, we'll be rich. About 12 years ago, when I took Hebrew, I knew how to read and write the alphabet, but just like the other foreign languages, I didn't practice enough. That's interesting, Faith. Hebrewforchristians.com is a great read. I ain't got time to learn Hebrew. I barely speak English. I could use some help in that area. Let's get Marin graduated from high school, and then I'll consider learning Hebrew. All right, sweet friends, let's go ahead and pray, and especially be in prayer for Sarah's mom right now. God, our Father, we thank you so much for this day and the many blessings that you've given us. And you've blessed us so very much, but sometimes in spite of all that you've blessed us with, it's hard to see through the difficulty here on earth and the pain that we experience and the sickness and the effects of the fallen world that we're in. Sometimes those weigh so heavy on us, and it's hard for us to see past them. But God, despite all that's going on with us, despite our health, despite the sickness we experience, despite the hardships that are going on around us in our world, in our government, in our families, in the health of our loved ones, you are on the throne and you are in control and you know the ultimate end of this story. And we can trust in that. We can put our faith in that and our hope in you. No matter what we're going through, how difficult and hard it is, you are on the throne, and that promise remains always for us. God, I lift up Sarah to you right now. I lift up her mom to you. We don't know the full picture of what is happening with her mom right now, but I know that it is weighing very, very heavily on Sarah and her heart right now. And I just lift her up to you for healing. I lift Sarah up to you for peace and for comfort and for that reminder that you are on the throne right now. I just pray your peace will surround her, a peace that passes all understanding, God, that you are in control. And no matter the circumstances with her mom, it will all be okay because you are in control. And I just pray that you will surround her with comfort today. Help her to physically feel that comfort weighing on her right now. God, I pray for each woman here that's going through something difficult, that you will just bless them and just surround us all with your peace today. Help us to remain in your love today. Help us to remain in your presence, that we will focus on you with whatever we do, whatever we put in our bodies, whatever comes out of our bodies for words to others, that you will just help us to hold tight to your truths today and share the love of Christ wherever we go. In your precious name I pray. Amen. All right, my sweet friends. Shirley, no, I cannot. Shirley speaking Hebrew in a sweet Southern accent. Hebrew with a Southern drip. All right, sweet girls. I'm going to make breakfast this morning, but I'm still working on what up here. I'm stewing some things around this morning, but it is going to involve cottage cheese one way or the other because that's what I want. All right. I love y'all. I hope to see you for breakfast in hopefully a few minutes, not too long. And we will be praying for you collectively this